Hello everyone. So let's do a wrap up, weekly wrap up, and see how it happened, see what happened, and take it from there. So I've got gold in front of me. Okay, so let's do it. So first of all, in order to do a proper wrap up, you guys need to know what I was expecting as the trading days for everything, and the trading hours for the time of the day, and all posted on the 24th of February. All right, so let's take a look. So for gold, we had Wednesday. You can take a screenshot, no problem. Gold was Wednesday, euro dollar Wednesday, Friday, Bitcoin Wednesday or Thursday, indices Monday, Friday, and these are the hours for Monday. These are the hours for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, so Friday I don't work normally because I go to the market, farmers market, early in the morning. So by the time I come back, it's already like afternoon. All right, so let's go. Let's take a look at gold, right? So we had Wednesday. Let's first bring this down. Wednesday. All right, so this is Wednesday. Let's get rid of that. Here we are. All right, basically what we want to do is go to the upside because we're bullish on gold. All right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. All right, so we want to go up. A bit of an infringement here. Mind you, I did feel a bit edgy. Okay, I still do because we're not out of the woods yet. But I did mention earlier, before the fall, that there was a gap here we needed to look out for. And that gap exactly closed. That's the cause for the consequence. Gap closure, market going up. So on Wednesday, I was happy actually to go up. And if they keep pushing it up, we should get to 5,250. So I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, but we should be targeting that if we're going to go up. Obviously, I'm not sure it's going to do it today, but maybe next week. And as you can see, it's pretty much on the line both yesterday and today. All right, so there you go. All right, so we can get rid of that now. Market just bouncing off the line, and obviously it should not be going below there. So let's take a look at the hours as well. Now these are the hours for today. Let me just, it is the 15-minute chart Friday. I think I've got to put also 8 o'clock, which is 7 o'clock on the platform, which is coming up soon. I'm on the 6:15 bar. And then I've got 9 o'clock, which is going to be 8 o'clock. So that's there. All right. And that's it. Okay, if direction is clear, it should hang into. So this is direction clear, obviously. This is the trading hour. Let me just expand that. Okay, so why is this a good hour? Because same principle. This is Thursday. Market buys here at trading hours. Goes up. Okay, in Asia it goes up. Then comes down to the same place when at the trading hours. So it's only logical you should be going up from here, all right? And this, if you took timing from me, if you take a look at your G chart, all right, you should see that the direction is not going to change. All right, so from here, once the market goes up, this direction stays the same. So we're up here now, 6 o'clock to 6:15. Now, what did I say? Expect sudden moves as we go further. Look at that. This is from 5:55 onwards. Look, so you got to make sure you're making notes. Expect sudden moves as we go further. Okay, 250, 555, On the platform, that's 150, 455, and this is 150, right? This is 150, all right? 455 is there, all right? And that's coming into 5 o'clock. In fact, 555, 455 is this one here. Bang. All right. So that's gold. If you take a look at the other days as well, you can do this for whatever you're trading. Okay, so let's just do it. All right, so we've got this is a 15-minute chart, and here we are Monday. All right, Monday from the highs, market selling off, retracing in the evening to closing. Asia selling off, and then selling off, and then selling off. Picking up here, trading hours again. So if you sold, you know where to manage your trade. And then come Wednesday, we're in there. Now, Wednesday wasn't a great place to buy. Why? The only place you could have bought was right here because of the gap here. And the market didn't really come back. Okay, so even though on Wednesday I'm expecting the market to turn around, it just didn't make it that much to close the gap. When did it do that? Thursday. All right, and then Thursday market goes up. Friday, look what it does. It retests the same place. Trading hours, market going up. Trading hours, market going down. Trading hours, market going up from the same place. So you see you got, same zone, support zone, and then you're kind of like pushing and going with it. All right, so that's that. Let's take a look at euro dollar. For the euro dollar trading days, Wednesday and Friday. So we'll see how that panned out. Now with the euro dollar, as you know, okay, this is Wednesday, this is Friday. So we're in a buy zone. So from the lows, from this zone, we should be buyers. So on Wednesday, the market dipped down, went back up. Today is Friday, so I can also check, the good thing, if you know the trading days of next week, right, which is there, I can check next week now. And I can say, well, do I have anything for euro dollar next week? If so, when do I have it? All right. Why? Because if I'm not trading, I don't trade on Fridays. But if you did, okay, the reason I don't is just my day off. Let's do this. Right, next week, because I had Friday, all right, so I can actually be patient with the euro dollar. I don't have to rush anything. Okay. So Friday, here we are. All right, so we don't need to rush. We can just wait and see what happens, and then next week we can just work our way into that as well. All right, on the weekly, let's do that. Not much to talk about. Okay, so we're in this zone. Do you think this will collapse? Well, maybe it will. Okay. Because of the gap there. Okay, normally I'm bullish on the euro dollar. Okay, unless we do something crazy. Okay, if the market closes below that on the weekly, I will be rechecking it out. Now the green place here, as you can see, the green shaded area. Okay, this is an order block, but I don't go with these much. I like to draw my own stuff. Okay, because I go with cause and consequence. So this looks like a nice zone where the market can pull back a little bit. If it does, that's fine. We'll just be ready for it. But next week, if we're low, I want to look for an up move. Okay, and I want to make sure I don't close the week below this. Okay, I can still go up even if I close below it, but because it's going to feel bearish, I'll be looking for a place to sell So I'll need to be just cautious, basically. All right, and then let's take a look at Bitcoin. By the way, you can just match those hours to whatever you're trading. Bitcoin, we had a Tuesday and we've got Sunday, right? So let's take a look. So this is Tuesday. All right, market just blasting to the upside. And so now Tuesday, normally I said this is a sell zone. It's doable, okay? But you have to be careful because you see how many times they've dipped into here. All the sellers are pretty much dried out here, you see, and see how powerful that's closing in there. So I did give you guys a heads up on that one. And by the way, all of the week's videos, right, they're all on Vimeo public right now. So, and then we've got this, look, market coming down. Remember I said with this, I said, guys, we can come down and then go up as well. Or, you know, go up and then come down. All right, so same kind of mentality on Bitcoin, right? So on Bitcoin, 2 to 2nd of March. Sorry, that was Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday or Thursday, right? Sorry, I said the wrong dates, the wrong days. Okay, so that's your Wednesday, that's your Thursday. Wednesday breakout, Thursday sell-off, coming all the way back in there. This is the cause for the consequence. Okay, so you don't want to be selling in that zone, by the way. And you can just, you know, put your trading hours and see how it all panned out. You can see I put some of them here. All right, like Monday, bang, going all the way up. Tuesday, what happened on Tuesday? Because I don't trade Bitcoin. Okay, so 240 is 140. That's your 140 bar. And I've said expect sudden moves as we get to 830, which is 730. So 730, 730, 730. So market just going to the downside. And turn can come at 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is 9 o'clock on the platform. So that's your 9 o'clock on the platform. Turn around. Nice and easy. Next hour is 1:35. 1:35 is going to be 12:35. This is 12:35 going to the upside. And then I've got 240, which is going to be 140, isn't it? And this is your 140 here. Remember, I'm on a 15-minute chart there. And then if there is direction, it can go to 515, which is 415. Here is your 415. And to 10 past 8, which is 10 past 7. 10 past 7. 10 past 7 is there. All right, so down, up kind of thing. Okay, and this is Wednesday. Okay, so I haven't put all of them in, but you can just, you can do your own due diligence, right? Let's take a look at the indices. Let's go with SB 500. With the indices, I had Monday, Friday. If you watch the videos, I will, you would have seen me say, I would be a seller. My bias would be to the downside. Monday, any pull up, it's really tricky. I said it's dangerous. You see how it's going up and up and down and up and down. It's dangerous, but if you trade the edges, okay, so what are the edges? Basically, okay, so if you like trade the tops, so if let's say market makes a high here, right? This is Friday, and that's your Monday. Monday from the lows, market going up and then selling off. Monday, 1050, 950 on the platform. This is your 950 on the platform, ladies and gentlemen. Market bang down exactly from where they sold off before. Look. Let's do this. All right, so that's the Friday zone. Okay, so let me just make myself a little smaller here because you guys are not getting enough chart space. Okay, so that's Friday. Monday retest at a trade hour, beautiful, going all the way down to Tuesday. All right, so just check your hours. You'll see that, you know, when you match time and price, you should be okay more often than not. Do we get stopped out? Yeah, I got stopped out on gold. In fact, I did 2 case studies on both of them. I got stopped out, but you know, stuff happen. As long as you're, you know, careful with your money management, you'll be fine. Let's take a look at the Dow. Like I said, all the indices had Monday and Friday, and if we take a look here, there you go, Monday, Friday. That was the first target. Okay, you can see Tuesday, Thursday, but this is the zone. You see my green rectangle here? Okay, not the shaded one. This dotted line, this dashed line. Okay, this is mine. We're going to come into here. Okay, but that was I've been targeting this place for ages. As you know, when the market was here, I was saying, guys, this should break. You know, this is going to break. We should end up down here, and that's exactly what's going on. All you have to do then is just sell the highs at the right time, and if it's a trading day as well, bingo. All right, so just put your hours in, because I'm just not going to do for everything there. As you can see, it's just since you got the hours, you're all good. Nasdaq as well. Let's take a look. Same thing with Nasdaq. Monday, Friday, we're all honky dory. Okay, with this as well. Look, Monday. Okay, this was a bit tricky, and I did talk about it. I said, guys, if you're going to trade it, sell the highs, buy the lows. This is no man's land. It's just in the middle of nowhere, and this is Monday. So the only thing you could have done here was like buy the line at the trading hour. So for example, look, this is 24,355 on a Tuesday. 24,355 on a Tuesday is there. So if I take a look at my trading hours on Tuesday, right, what did I have for New York? Let's take a look. New York Tuesday, I had, well, 5:15 is 4:15. This is 4:15 here. Whoops, there. And then I had, there was also 2:40, which is 1:40 on the platform. 1:40 is there. All right, so 1:40 going up. This is going up, but it's done a stop sweep here, as you can see in New York. Okay, but at the end of the day, you know, because the market's been down so much, and it's on the red line, right? Remember? Okay, it's on the red line. So you want to be going up. Okay, into 10 past 8, which is 10 past 7 on the platform. And that's it, and it's gone a little higher as well. All right. So, yeah. And that's basically it. Wednesday, I had 8:05, which was 7:05 on the platform. 7:05. 7:05. This is 7:05 on the platform. And then 11:15, which is 10:15 on the platform. 10:15 is there. All right. So market makes an impulse, getting out of this loop, and then breaking to the upside, going into the trading hours. Okay, very dangerous though. Okay, you see, it's like the only place you could trade is the low. Okay, is all, you know, these lows you can trade, the highs you can trade, but otherwise trading in the middle is very, very tricky. The only good thing is if you got the timing, you can push to a breakout if at the right time you box it in. I've done a boxing video you can find somewhere on the YouTube channel, and that's basically it. All right, so next week we've got the trading days, trading hours for the full month of March anyway, so we'll just follow through. Okay, I hope that helps. Have a great weekend.